The new Honor 8X is aimed at the relatively popular 15,000 rupees price point, where the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro is quite the top seller. But that's not the only smartphone that the Honor 8X is up against. There are other great options in the market, such as the Nokia 6.1 Plus, the Asus ZenFone Max Pro M1, the Motorola One Power, and the Realme 2 Pro. So does Honor's latest launch deliver enough performance and features to take on the might of these heavy hitters, all of which have received positive reviews from us? We put the Honor 8X to the test. One of the marquee features of the Honor 8X is its design, something that differentiates it in its price segment. It boasts of a glossy dual-tone design that makes the glass back look and feel premium for a phone that starts at just 14,999 rupees. Honor calls this a visual grating effect and says that it has used multiple layers of glass to achieve it. However, the glossy back is extremely prone to smudges and even scratches. Putting a case on this phone is the only way to safeguard the otherwise beautiful design. Fortunately, a soft TPU one is bundled in the box. Another highlight of the Honor 8X is its impressive 91% screen-to-body ratio, with a much smaller bottom chin compared to previously launched Honor phones. There is a 19.5:9 screen on the front, with a small notch on top and minimal bezels all around. The phone sports a 6.5-inch display but has roughly the same dimensions as an iPhone 8 Plus. It is definitely not made for comfortable one-handed usage, and we ended up using both hands for most functions. The Honor 8X has a vertically stacked pair of cameras with individual bumps rather than a module encasing both. There is also a rear-mounted fingerprint sensor. The phone has two nano SIM slots as well as a separate slot for a micro SD card. It supports 4G VoLTE on both SIMs. The build quality is decent, however we noticed a couple of scratches on the glass back panel within a few hours of regular usage. Considering there is no reinforced glass for protection at the back, a case is recommended. One aspect of the Honor 8X that is not very pleasant is the size of the earpiece. In an attempt to make the notch as small as possible, Honor has compromised with a tiny earpiece that makes listening to calls frustrating. A slight shift of the phone against your ear can completely block sound during calls. The Honor 8X is the sub-brand's first smartphone in India with a high-silicon Kirin 710 SoC, though we first saw it in the Huawei Nova 3i. It is refreshing to see a mid-range Honor phone powered by something other than the overused Kirin 659. It takes on the likes of Qualcomm's Snapdragon 636 and Snapdragon 660, both of which are currently popular in this price range. The review unit we tested was the base variant with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, priced at 14,999 rupees. There are two other options, 6GB RAM 64GB storage and 6GB RAM 128GB storage. There were absolutely no problems for the Honor 8X in handling moderate multitasking, and storage was enough for a few dozen apps and lots of photos. The massive 6.5-inch screen has a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels, which should be crisp and clear enough for most people. Honor touts that the display has a blue light filter, making it easy on the eyes. The unit we tested was running EMUI 8.2.0 on top of Android 8.1 Oreo. An Android Pie update is coming to the Honor 8X, but the company has not announced any official timelines. The phone was running the September 2018 security patch when we got it. You just get a few preloaded apps such as Facebook Messenger, Netflix, Camera 360, and a freemium game called Lords Mobile. The responsiveness and fluidity of Honor's EMUI has improved a lot over the past couple of years. The Honor 8X is a great example of that. It offered a largely lag-free experience and had no issues while multitasking with several apps at a time. The phone did, however, experience some stutter, particularly while using Facebook Messenger. Gestures on EMUI were our choice of navigation on the Honor 8X, given its humongous display and lack of reachability. You can swipe up from the bottom center to go back to the home screen, swipe up and hold to reveal the app switcher, or swipe up from the bottom left or bottom right to trigger Google Assistant. The Honor 8X comes with software-based face recognition. It registers your face in a jiffy, but isn't very secure compared to the 3D sensors that some high-end smartphones have. Interestingly, it offered good results in low light and at night. The screen brightness automatically increases to help recognize faces. Call quality was top-notch with the Honor 8X. Huawei and Honor both boast of excellent cellular reception on their smartphones thanks to a unique antenna design. One of the things we liked was how quickly the smartphone reconnected to a cellular signal once out of a no-signal zone. As for gaming, this is one of several recent Honor smartphones to feature its GPU Turbo gaming-focused optimizations. We tried heavy games such as Asphalt 9 Legends and PUBG, however the latter ran well only at moderate settings. Lighter games such as Subway Surfers and Candy Crush were a breeze to use. Heating was minimal and battery drain was reasonable during our scattered gaming sessions. There is a dual camera setup at the back with a 20 megapixel primary sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, a 16 megapixel fixed focus camera is placed in the notch at the front. Honor's camera app has a straightforward interface. It highlights 5 major modes: aperture, night, portrait, photo and video. Other options like Pro, Slow-Mo, Panorama, AR Lens, HDR and Time-Lapse are stashed under the More section. The app has an AI photography option, much like other recent Honor phones, which can be turned off. An interesting addition is the ability to toggle AI mode even after a shot has been captured. This is actually helpful considering that some of the shots we took using AI mode came out overexposed with extreme contrast. The rear camera supports slow motion video recording at 480 fps slowed up to 1/16th the normal speed. Given its price point, the photo quality of the Honor 8X is nothing to write home about. Autofocus with the rear camera is quick and mostly accurate in good lighting, but the resulting photos lack clarity. Night shots look passable on the phone itself, but a lack of detail is clearly visible when seen at full size. The advertised AI camera mode is almost unusable in low light, as it only ends up making shots look oversaturated by blowing out bright colors. The 16 megapixel selfie camera is much better in terms of sharpness in picture quality and delivers good image definition in well-lit areas. The Honor 8X supports up to 1080p video recording at 60 fps, but has 720p set as the default. The lack of any form of stabilization is evident considering how shaky videos turn out. Beautification works for both cameras, but the results appear extremely artificial. The front camera gets a screen flash for low-light selfies, which helps in the dark. We were initially skeptical about how the battery life might turn out, given the massive 6.5-inch Full HD Plus display on the Honor 8X. However, results were impressive, and the phone lasted the entire day on a single full charge. Our usage included browsing social media apps and checking emails all day, as well as streaming a couple of YouTube videos and a 15-minute gaming session using both 4G and Wi-Fi networks. The Honor 8X lasted 14 hours and 47 minutes in our proprietary HD video loop test. It charged up from 0 to 100% in slightly more than 2 hours with its bundled 10-watt charger. Honor is making an attempt to penetrate the market with a good-looking and relatively affordable phablet that offers good value for money. Not only does this phone look good, it performs great for its price thanks to the new high-silicon Kirin 710 SoC. Other things that work for the Honor 8X include its looks, vibrant display and fast biometric security features. However, the camera results are below average. The UI could have looked sharper and faster charging would have been useful. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Asus ZenFone Max Pro M1 have been in the market for around 6 months now and are being challenged by newer options including the Nokia 6.1 Plus and the Motorola One Power. The Honor 8X could also be a tempting choice for a lot of people. So that was our review of the Honor 8X. Thanks for watching, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.